What is up, coders? Welcome back to another live stream. Tonight, we're testing out Hogwarts Legacy. We're doing it at 1440p, a high 100% rendering resolution. It doesn't have any good FSR in this game, which is kind of a bummer. I am on the Steam version, so different from another version, like it should be there, but it's not. So we're just gonna have to deal with raw frame rate. That being said, it runs exceptionally well. I think we might turn off this. We'll keep, probably don't need motion, and then we'll go over here. Everything is ultra. Ray tracing is off. I do have to restart the game in order to turn ray tracing off. We probably won't rock that. Probably play with controller. You can see in the top left that I'm basically locked to 140. There is a way to go above it, so I can show you, but I have to basically turn off VSync, and this game definitely introduces screen tearing on without VSync on, even with a VR display. So it becomes a little bit. Here, I'll show you what we're. And not much higher than 144, but I'm getting a ton of like stuttering, and I'm sure you can see that on there. Like, it's just not a very pleasant above 144 thing. I could mess with the driver, see if maybe that'll help a little bit. Real quick, I do always on. If that doesn't seem to fix it at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna put that back on.
There's nothing like it in all of Britain, you know. About the only place that doesn't come with the risk of encountering a muggle.
I'd like to open a shop in Hogsmeade myself one day.
I don't really know what this does, to be honest.
I lose track of the time whenever we're at the Three Broomsticks.
Let's go ahead and try fluid motion frames too. The oh my god, look at that frame rate. That's insane. I'm not seeing a ton of artifacting. A little bit around her hair. That's crazy. It feels so good. Okay, wow. Oh, but I gotta turn on but the problem is that the moment I turn on VSync, then it just matters. So anyway, that's kind of what we're dealing with right here. I'm impressed how much better fluid motion frames has become. Okay, so that's just like basically, no, it doesn't even matter anymore, but it does make it a lot better. You are seeing stuttering, I'm assuming. I'm seeing in the pre, but I'm not. Anyway, we'll probably turn off fluid motion frames. It is so smooth, guys. Oh, but now you can't see. Now you can't see the overlay. It's super weird. I don't know how that does that or decides when. Can't you see that? There we go. No, now it's gone again. Heck. Shows up when I do that. Wow, why is that display gone? Okay, well, we're gonna turn off fluid motion frames because it's not a good experience for anybody on your side. Oh, fluid motion frames gets rid of that. Did I turn VSync back on? I can't remember. You know what? I probably did, but I didn't save it. No, I did. Okay. It looks pretty good for you guys. It's exceptionally smooth on my end. Okay, this is how. Oh, I'm not tracking anything. Let's see what our mission is. We can. But oh, there's side quests. Man, I've forgotten all of this game. Talk to Mrs. Weasley. Where are we going? We gotta go this way. Make sure that you guys seeing it. With no ray tracing, this game runs insanely well. Pretty good on there. Definitely deals with the high refresh rate of stuttery times. Kind of a bummer. Not really sure why it does that. I did recently update the drivers, by the way. Oh, honestly, didn't even affect the frame rate as much as it did. When you have ray tracing on, though, man, the CPU gets really bottlenecked at that point. So you saw us drop pretty aggressively there randomly. That's to catch up. Game has just got some things.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan.
I look like I
Seems
could be
Professor Fig
Weasley.
taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily
That
to
seems
assign
like so
your
good.
first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And
Beautiful.
Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
Nice.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor.
A spellcraft is a recipe. I shall explain more about...
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley, where Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craft. I would trust no one
Yep.
else to pair me with a wand.
I've already been through all.
I'm eager
know
to
why
get
I'm
to
asking.
Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit. Perhaps...
Okay, let's get to
I'd like to go with Natty.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a
Excellent
goody
choice.
two
Miss Onai
shoes.
is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Also, the hair looks like dog trash when ray tracing is on, because I believe AMD just doesn't have a very good denoiser, which is an issue. But they're currently working on one for the 90 series graphics cards. Okay, so we gotta go to Professor Ronan.
Revelio.
I don't know, where did I hear that from? Oh, sucker! That's mine. Get in my book.
Lumos.
Lumos time. Lumos does take about 10 FPS no matter where you are. We're gonna have some slowdown, remember, here. Should be less bad than the first time we came through here. But it's still there. It's a little bit of stutters.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly
Nice to see that
useful one
GPU
at that.
fully utilized.
The mending charm,
GPUs in
Reparo.
the 60s.
Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as
9600X
new
likes
in the
to
blink of an eye.
max out pretty easily.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be
Now, I have
teaching
had
you
some
spells
crashing when
outside
I've
of
been
class
streaming and
in an
playing
effort
games,
to
so
catch
this is
you
kind
up
of
with your peers.
like a test
A
to see
number
if I'm
of
going
your
to crash on them,
professors have
because I
agreed
just
to do so
updated
as
to
well.
the
But first,
optional
each shall ask that you complete
radon
a
drivers,
few
AMD
preliminary
drivers
tasks
with the
to
97
hone your
XT.
magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Reparo.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or such experience.
Okay.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Seems like this stream has gotten much stable. Not 100% sure why, but it's
This
looking.
is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio.
Got it.
Got it, fool.
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
Got it. Easy. Easy money, guys. Real quick before we talk to him.
I
What's
trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
up, Wyvern?
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Nailed it. Harrow in the bag.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
We have fixed it. Hey, get me to Hogsmeade, darn it. Look at that, I'm level 4. Absolutely beasting. Okay, what do I gotta do now? Oh, welcome to Hogsmeade time. Let's go.
Revelio.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Oh. 144 inside the castle and a little bit lower outside. We'll see what it's like once we get into like the main open. I will also say, just in general, I don't find ray tracing better. So yeah, it's just that it's like the transition between two different areas.
Revelio.
Broken broom, flattened armor.
Next door lives in a hamlet.
Have you ever visited any of the hamlets outside of Hogsmeade? Some nice shops to be found.
Still stutters
Ratty,
all this
I
time
hope
later.
I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience.
Beautiful. Check this out. Holding 107 FPS outside. Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah,
was glad
above
Professor
100.
Weasley asked me to accompany you.
That's pretty great.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to
Revelio.
you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The
Heck yeah.
timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect.
Just all ultra too. I'm not like customizing settings at all. Up to 117.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air
Oh, wow.
after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave
What's up
mistake
there?
to take it as an elective
Good
class,
glitch.
believe me.
I believe
Wow.
you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow.
Wow. So yeah, we got a 109 FPS pretty consistently out in the world. Really detailed out here. They did such a good job on the
over
world.
here. I often
I'm curious
spot
if the ray
lace-wing
tracing
flies
is
in this
significantly
area.
better.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Potions collected.
Revelio.
Okay. I don't need to.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder
Oh, a
if something
hippogriff.
startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been
Wow.
spotted nearby.
Aha, broke it. Stuck on that. Leaping toadstools. Oh, I almost made it. I almost hit it. There we go. Having fun. We dropped
That's
to
the
down to a
Forbidden
low
Forest
of
on the
like
left.
99,
It's off limits to
96,
students,
like that.
as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah,
No lies
there's
there.
Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin.
Real quick, I'm gonna switch my controller to my PlayStation 5 one.
I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that.
Whoa!
Ooh. She knows more about me than I
I
had
must have
thought.
seen death.
I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my home, but it is beautiful here too.
Moonstone,
And
baby.
getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him
He's
in
drunk.
such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
Okay. Staying right at about 100 to 110. Oh, a little bit of a dip when we first get in.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could
About
not
90
choose a favorite shop here. It
to
changes with
100.
every visit.
Get in.
I can
That's
tell
very
you
good.
that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade.
Real quick. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna save. Now we're gonna go to ray tracing. Turn that on. On. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. This is a ray tracing card. Ultra. I don't know if I can pull this off. I'm gonna keep the ray tracing ambient occlusion. I've heard some bad things about it, so we're gonna try that. But now I need to. This is not going to apply right off the bat.
Professor Weasley said that you need to
Yeah,
get potion recipes,
Still running like
spellcrafts,
it's got
some
nothing on,
seeds, and
which it
A
isn't.
new wand.
of course, you will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished.
Let's save one more time. We're gonna start. Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
This is what it looks
I will
like
see you soon.
before ray tracing. God dang it. Before ray tracing. Nothing on. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna save. We're gonna quit. We're gonna restart. This will enable ray tracing, and we have everything on ultra except for ambient occlusion, which I heard was broken. Maybe I'm wrong. We can play with that now that we have ray tracing on. Disabling it is possible once you have it enabled, but you can't do the opposite. That being said, it's always best to fresh restart if you ever. Let's get this thing going. Now we may have some shaders that need to initialize because of the ray tracing, but largely I think that might be the issue. You have anti-lag enabled. Not sure how that's going to play out. Sometimes when you're CPU limited, that can be really problematic. As long as I'm GPU limited, I think okay. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So no shader compilation. You can already tell the performance is worse. We're in the hundreds on the menu that is well over 144. It would be great if this supported FSR4 because FSR4 looks as good as native in most cases. So now we have full ray tracing except for ambient inclusion on. Looking pretty good. So that we're seeing the ray traced reflections. But man, we're getting a horrible performance. And I'm not 100% sure why it's so stuttery.
Revelio.
Okay, it's struggling. You can see the like lighting on the hair, the breakup that happens. Here's the thing, I don't have upscaling on. It's just broken. Like there's something wrong here.
Merlin's blooming beard, not again.
It's running better indoors. Very doable indoors.
I'll be right with.
But you'll notice like the noise on the hair at times with specular highlights. I think that's the denoiser not able to keep up on AMD. It could be the game too.
Hello,
It could be
sir.
software.
I'm looking
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are.
Lots of
Colonel
stuttering, though.
Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we?
It's starting to run better. I think as you get more time in it, it'll run better. You can see those nice reflections though.
Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try.
But again, the hair is really noisy now, which is kind of
Well, go
disappointing.
ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches.
We're actually
dragon
performing pretty
heartstring.
well for ray tracing on, but we are indoor.
Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness.
Ain't
Looks
above
like
60.
it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you?
But I also will say, I don't know if this looks any better.
Ah, there you are. Yes.
We had a big dip
Think you might
randomly.
be the one. Here, take it. How intriguing.
The herbology professor at Hogwarts could charm the skills of a dragon.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
The secret is do the hard work first and let the easy bits take care of themselves.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Let's do it.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another
Starting to
wand,
look
another
slightly
beginning
better
of
at
a
times.
bright and magical future.
But again, the hair breakup is just rough. And I might have to try a different
Now, how did that
upscaling
feel?
solution.
Good. Different.
Again,
I
we're still
sensed
at
a sort
50.
of
We're at
surge
50.
of some kind.
A match.
Disappointing.
Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger.
Okay.
Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
550 suddenly when it cut back. Just feels very consistent. So we're gonna try a couple things to get this to run better. Not that I'm super concerned with anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's doing well enough. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try FSR 2. We will try XESS because hypothetically that should improve things. But like, look at our GPU usage suddenly drops so dramatically. I will say, like, the hair is starting to look a little better. We're still performing quite poorly in town, only at about 40 FPS with FSR2 quality on, and that is kind of disappointing. And I will say, like, the breakup that happens on movement is real aggressive, so I don't really like that. Let's try XASS to see if we can at least get a better pick. Oh, shit, I did. Change this to XCSS. We're gonna keep that on quality. We do ultra quality, I think. It's still an upscale. I will say this looks awful around the hair, but the regular world just looks better but softer. Go to bed. Go to bed, doggy. Go. Go. Lay down. So it's weird. Indoors is relatively mediocre, but the improvement is just not worth that. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna mess with this. We're gonna bring this down to medium. We're gonna bring this down to medium. We're gonna try ambient occlusion on. Bring this down to medium. We're just gonna bring everything down to medium. Apply. We're gonna take XESS off because I don't like the upscaling. Need to apply that. We're doing better. still not great, honestly. Like, and I just don't think that like, while it does solve the occlusion problems that screen space reflections have, this is just like not performing as well as I'd hope it would. It also looks a lot softer because of the way that the ambient occlusion is handled. Get inside here and see. Again, the ray tracing is just noisy in this game. Okay, so we're gonna stop ray tracing because I don't think that the benefits are worth it when we can run at 100 plus without it in this game. Some games it looks fantastic, like Doom Eternal. You can turn that on and it won't affect it. Honestly, the performance hardly at all, but it looks fantastic. So let's turn off ray tracing. Now it will run improved right off the bat, but in order to get the full impact and like remove any sort of potential stutters, we do need to restart. So what we're going to do is save. Then we're going to restart the game. Now you're going to watch the difference and you're going to be, oh my God, now I am. Now, if you're running at 1080p, I'm sure you can max everything out. AMD has improved in ray tracing performance, but this is definitely NVIDIA favored when it comes to ray tracing because of, you know, ray reconstruction and all that stuff. It needs it. Okay. It really does need it. Okay, let's go back into it. Menu's already back up to 144 hertz. And now we are consistently back in the 90s in Hogsmeade. And honestly, like, I think it looks better. Awesome papers. Go find where we gotta go now.
It's a good thing we have oars.
Still a little bit of stutters from time to time, but it's nowhere near the issue that it was. Yeah, give me that paper. I don't have any unlocking, so flutes and loots. Hello? I don't think I've ever been in this shop. Ooh. Look at the hair. Look at that. We got a hickory striped robe now. Totally worth the investigation. I heard the sex. I heard you making sex noise. What are you doing? Okay, cool. Where do we gotta go? So, Holmes and Tolls, J. Pippin's potions. Go, J. Pippin's potions. This 100 FPS. 90, 80 to... Oh, we did dip. Oh, it's one of those sign flippers, but back in ancient times.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade,
Yeah, it looks
actually.
way better
Is
without
it
Rachel.
really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things
Why
aside
is it
immediately.
still echoey?
I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making?
No.
Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
No,
They
they
may
are
not
not.
be as showy as spell work, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can
They're
heal,
trash.
destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't
Pop in
miss out
when you
on
can.
anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we?
Okay.
A wise decision. Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
Aha, making
I
money
hope
off
to see
you.
you again. Farewell for now.
Look how much better this runs.
Revelio.
I see one out there. Oh, the magic we need to go to as well.
An inquiring mind.
Revelio.
Oh. Where are we here? Oh, look at that. Ooh, what's that thing?
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful,
Okay.
but I shall let a potting table.
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like finding just if you're interested. Feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Parting table. That's good.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Magic. What is it called? Where is the magic deep? Where am I going? Hold on, hold on. Oh my goodness. This one. Aha! We did it. Figured it out immediately.
Historically speaking.
Got it.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Ah, the dittany for the new fifth. Merlin's
Not at all.
Well, bravo. Name's Timothy. I keep the car.
I suppose not.
In addition to C. But what?
Okay.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
Gotcha, magic meat. Oh, and I stole your money. Sucker.
Revelio.
That on the inside? No, it's just sitting out here. Oh, I can't get that one though. Dang it. Yeah, you gotta be able to turn invisible. I cannot do yet. Oh, these guys all have locks. Thinkers. Got it. Stuck on that. Okay. That would be ray tracing. But I don't care enough about it. This thing. Do that thing. Later we're gonna have a whole quest for that. Sneakoscope. Get into this. That was about to happen.
I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favorite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today is the day I finally pick one.
Well, maybe walking around's not in the cards. There's another one. Oh yeah, see, he's running so well. Ow.
Keep at it! We have to wear him down!
Kicking his ass. Whooped him. Whooped him up. Okay, we gotta lock her up. Nah, see, that's dark magic. We gotta lock her right up.
Goodness, a second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
Yeah, it was
I suppose so.
easy.
It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Oh, God.
Repairer. I was thinking it was.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Lucky they didn't do more Repairer. One last thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Revelio.
Okay. Let's go there.
Repairer.
Nothing.
We were just talking about you.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself. Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire.
Oh, you're gonna
I
clothe
should like
me.
to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes. In thanks for what you did today.
Why would they assume that that won't be my last?
That's very kind of you, Mr. Hill.
Nonsense! I insist.
You paid for it.
Now, let's try the... I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Fine.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. I would say that we, and you in particular, have earned at least one butterbeer.
Yeah, we did.
Shall we head to the
Let's
Three
get
Rooms?
drunk on butterbeer.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm ready to get
Just down this way then.
swasted on sugary drinks.
Even more battle work.
Forgot about all this. We're gonna put those on. Base wear. We're gonna slap some glasses on, but can we them not visible? Probably. Wands. Yeah, that's our wand. Headwear. Got nothing. Neckwear. Anything? Nothing. Wait, those are way sicker. Wait, that's all I got. Look like a rube, but I like I look ready to fly.
Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
I'll peruse as I please, little stinker pants.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess
Oh, the
and
rain.
a powerful witch. Good one to know.
I wonder if I can turn off vignetting. I hate vignetting in video games.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Bro, have you seen your eyebrows? I don't think you need to be talking like that.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
Get a butterbeer. I want to get chocolate wasted.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well.
This is such a good royal fuck you to J.R.R. Tolkien.
Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome.
So far, no crashing
Butterbeer's
issues.
on me.
That's good news. That's very good news.
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only
Yeah.
groups we usually have to deal with. How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve.
Ooh.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
Hell yeah.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus.
Oh, he's got the same wand as me. What the heck is that?
Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
I can promise you I can.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Are they, huh?
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
Yeah.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Revelio.
Stylish casual uniform. We're at nighttime.
I am certainly glad Sirona was there.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want
Yeah.
to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.
How do I fast travel to my what? I don't know how to go to my room. Why am I being so stupid? There we go. That's how you do that. Sometimes the explanations are dog shit.
Lumos.
Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket. We found it green. Beautiful. Hi, kitty. Creepy.
All of my siblings have gone on to work for the ministry.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I love a good Lumos spell. Look at this glitch. Look at this shadow glitch. There, it's gone now. That happens regardless of whether or not you have ray tracing on. Pretty funny to me. Wow, look at that.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Always. fallback reflection is much better in some games. Out the Midnight had some distracting SSR artifacts, that's for sure. A little bit of delay in the shadows updating. That's okay.
Levioso. Reparo.
I'll pet a kitty. That's a pretty kitty.
Protego. Revelio.
Here's the bathroom.
Oh, my dear, you look simply glorious. Let
Oh,
me guess.
thank-
Villa blood.
Did you?
Revelio.
Professor Fig, as if my schedule wasn't congested enough, the Ministry has charged me with arranging rather inconvenient arrival of new student Hogwarts. 5th year, if you can believe. Professor Weasley insists that they will need an escort and mentor to help them acclimatize before the term begins. I've assigned that task to you. Please see Professor Weasley for details. Professor Phineas Nigellis Black, Headmaster.
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock...
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me.
Oh,
and he would
no.
had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Exactly.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the...
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well.
Now he's gonna wimp out.
Experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything. It's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat...
Okay, we're gonna go crazy on these graphics. You ready for this? We're gonna get wild with it. So we're going to... Can't do that. Hold on. Press the wrong damn button. We're going to change to FSR2. We'll bring this down to performance. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take VSync off. Shoot it. We are about to be in such high resolution or high frame rate. Look at that. Now we're at 246. I will say it looks way better at performance than I expected it to look. I wish it was working with FSR4, but it's not. This is definitely FSR2. Want to real quick. Yeah, there is no FSR4 options here, which kind of sucks. But we could, you know, use this. What's not going to work? Why is it not working? Weird. We're not going to do that. Okay, we're done with that. It looks pretty good considering, at least while we're indoors. The shadows seem to have been affected by it in some capacity. Like we're now, I think the resolution of the shadows is tied to the resolution of the actual raw resolution of the video game. Let's see what it looks like when we get into other places too. Wildly inconsistent. I'm not seeing much of an improvement out here though. Super weird. Why is the frame rate so bad now? Let's go ahead and just turn that off because I just feel like we're not maxing out the GPU. We could try FSR 1. Bet you this looks terrible. FSR 1 looks bad. Why is our frame rate suddenly so like high? I don't like this. I don't like the upscaling at all in this game. On AMD cards. Okay, so we're gonna go. Oh, here's the T. That does it on top of that. So when I do that, it switches. Let's do performance for XESS. I think the hair is where it's gonna look the worst. Yeah, every single time I use XESS, I'm always really unimpressed with like the hair. Also, just the performance isn't good, and I'm not sure. Like, what is that? With a mouse, it's way more consistent. Or is it just because it needed to load? Needed to get readjust. But again, our frame rate is not any better than it was. Crazy to me. It looks okay across the board. There's some weird like ghosting issues that we're having now on that painting. Interesting. Just fascinating how these different options work. Let's do NIS. I don't know what NIS, nearest neighbor or something like that. Oh god, this is basically like, what's the point? And again, we are CPU limited in this game, I believe, because like this is now officially ugly. It would be better for me to just lower the resolution in the game at this point. So let's go ahead and just, we're gonna say none. We're now going to go 1080p. We're just gonna see what it looks like. CAA at Dude, this looks better than any of the other ones. This is a 1080p upscale. How does it look this good at 1080p? All the other things look so bad. I could just go back to 1440p though, and it would be even better. Although to be honest, it doesn't look much different. I'm a little shocked by the TAA implementation and how good that looks. Real quick, let's push it. Let's push it. Let's go even crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now we're at 720p. There's no way that we don't get improved. Well, okay, I'm starting to see the degradation now. But honestly, pretty great TAA implementation in this game. Like, shocked. This looks as good as performance in all of the other upscalers, if not better, because it has less like pixel breakup and stuff like that around air. Even. Still not great. Like, if I slow down, it honestly recuperates it quite well. And even like the particles aren't nearly as smeary as they could be. I think that I wish that there was like different anti-aliasing options, because I still prefer, you know, I mean, yeah, this looks so much better for sure. Still wish it was a little sharper.
Might some kind soul help me?
Revelio.
No, we ain't doing anything for you. Now, I know we're getting tons of stutter on your side, I promise you. Silk on mine. Not getting the screen tearing as much as I was.
I believe we have some matters. I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig
Again,
indicated a certain
no real point to be running above the refresh rate of your monitor. You're not going to see anything there. You'll feel a little bit less input latency, but honestly, it's pretty subtle.
Away spider webs. And, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks.
Oh,
you
God,
may
these
be surprised
dang
by
tasks.
some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Incendio.
You know where to
Okay.
find me once you've finished.
I feel like mouse performance is better, and I don't know exactly why. Like, when I'm on controller, I feel like we are more impacted frame rate. I don't 100% understand.
Professor, could you remind me what I'm to do before I can learn Incendio?
Certainly. Complete the list of tasks I provided. Then come and see.
Okay, got it. And 2 rounds of crossed wands. Okay, let's go check this out.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
If only a new student were to help me.
Right in there, we always drop down to 120. Oh no, I can't believe we're at 120. Honestly, this game probably run well at 4K, which is great to see. Thing that we get like CP times though.
Revelio.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, The winner is
I
awarded
will
a
say, I don't
prize.
think streaming has much of an
Interested?
impact on performance on this card, which is really cool. Now, it might have a little bit on my CPU, but not much.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides,
Okay,
in crossed ones,
crossed
you can duel
wands.
with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Ready.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular!
Gotta win too.
Let the fireworks begin!
Little guy's too young.
We'll make you regret signing up.
I don't think so.
Fringo.
Don't shy away now.
Come on.
Levioso.
You're better than that.
Expulso.
Levioso.
Fringo.
Give 'em all four.
Accio.
God, that was easy. These people are trash. Sorry about the stuttering. I don't know what that is.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and
Okay.
again, congratulations.
Give me the second one.
Hope to see you back here again.
We're gonna put VSync back on because, again, just because it can go over that frame rate doesn't mean it should, and it doesn't actually benefit us much at all. The only thing you get is a little bit better input latency. So, but it's very, very subtle. Okay, let's get this second one going.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great... Ready for another...
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Brilliant.
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
No.
Apologies in advance.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, we got...
There goes my wager.
Don't shy away now.
Is that all you've got?
What to do?
Easy money.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning. Or I'll let you know when we're...
Oh, God.
next round is
You don't
for
need to
all the
practice.
gobstones,
That was
so
so
to speak.
easy.
Revelio.
Ah, I gotta...
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch... Ready to have a try?
That would be wonderful.
Oh.
Excellent form.
Levioso.
Good one. say that's enough practice.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to just...
Okay, easy money.
Assignment's all finished.
How we follow this?
Perhaps I should stick to potions. You could have gone a bit easier on me.
Oh, whatever.
Seems I'm out of the tournament thanks to you.
Well, you're trash. That's part of your problem, not my problem. If I was trash, I wouldn't be in the tournament either. Made it.
Hello there.
I'm trying to grow.
Yeah, it's like slightly better performance. It seems like when I get my mouse on it. I can't really tell though. Might be just mostly imagining things. That transition is where it like hits the frame rate quite a bit, and then it starts climbing back. So if I was to sit here for a second, suddenly then frame rate would be great. Just needed to catch up. The streaming technology is kind of limited here. Let's learn.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame.
Fair.
Let us begin.
Fair,
And remember,
fair. Let's not
focus
set myself on
the proper
fire.
wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Incendio.
Good work.
Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Okay.
If only a new student would help.
Incendio.
Creepy, she is literally on fire.
Revelio.
Okay, we got that one.
Incendio.
Aha, I burnt your ugly rug. Okay, we're gonna stop here. Yeah. And yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching us test out this lovely graphics card. I've been very much enjoying my experience with it. I've been trying to push it a little bit more and see exactly what it can do, what it can't do. But so far, pretty much anything I throw at it, it can do to some extent. So if I really wanted a full ray tracing experience, I could have locked it to like 40 FPS and we would. Absolutely. Kind of just depends what you're looking for. If I was to have FSR 4, as long as with a frame gen, we could have done it even without 40 FPS caps. So anyway, thanks again. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and as always, stay classy, coder.